How long should bulk fermentation last? So just like anything in life, there's a million different ways that you can do something and it doesn't make one better than the other, but I'm going to tell you how I do it. So the first thing to know is that bulk fermentation starts as soon as your starter is mixed with your flour and water. A lot of people think that this step is separate from coil folds or from mixing or anything else, but really bulk fermentation is happening the entire time that your starter, flour, and water are mixed together. I mean, that's exactly how you feed your starter. It's starter, flour, and water mixed together, so why would that be any different? So back to the question, how long do I bulk ferment? It's usually about 6 or 7 hours. It just depends on how hot it is and the area that I'm working in. So typically at room temperature, around 68 degrees Fahrenheit, it takes me about 6.5 hours to finish bulk fermentation, shape my dough, and then put it in the refrigerator. So for example, I'm gonna mix my dough at 8 a.m. I'm gonna mix together my flour, my water, and my starter, and I'm gonna leave my salt out. I let that sit for 1 hour. At 9 a.m., I add my salt and then I mix it a little bit more. I let that sit for 30 minutes. Now at 9:30, I'm gonna do my first set of coil folds. From there, I do coil folds every 30 minutes until the dough feels like it doesn't need to be stretched anymore. Sometimes that's 4 sets, sometimes that's 5, but that brings us to 11 or 11:30. At this point, we're only about 3 or 3.5 hours since I've mixed the dough. It's risen about 30%, not enough for me to shape it, so I'm just gonna let it sit on the counter until it's risen the rest of the way. Usually around 1 or 2 p.m., it's ready to go. And that brings us to pre-shaping the dough, which is what I'm doing in this video right now. Let's just say that it's 2 p.m. I pre-shape all of my dough into 950 gram balls, and then I let it sit on the bench for about half an hour. After that, I do my final shape. I put them in their bannetons, and then I put it directly in the refrigerator. I let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours, but you can go up to 24 or even longer. Just remember that it's still rising and you don't want it to overproof. You can see in this video, this is what it should look like whenever it's perfectly proofed. You can also do the poke test. When you poke it, it should slowly fill back in like that. That's whenever you know that it's ready to bake. So I hope that answers that question. The best way to learn how to bulk ferment is just to do it a lot. The more that you do it, the more practice you'll get and the better you'll be at it. Thanks for watching.